Today on EPL, we will discuss being found out. What happens when the truth comes to light and we see who you really are? Stay tuned. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Light 'em up, light 'em up. Light 'em up, y'all. Light 'em up, light 'em up. Put the fire on the candle, girl. Put the fire on the candle, girl.
Totally missed
Light 'em up, light 'em up. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, y'all. Put the fire on the candle, girl. Put the fire on the candle, girl. Yay! Are you gonna blow them out?
Courtney's birthday, everybody. Welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. We're so glad that you joined us, and we would be remiss to not celebrate our one and only militant me, Courtney Stewart. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday.
Make a wish.
Yeah!
That was a quick one. You had that on deck, huh? Already. You was waiting. You was like, oh,
wishing for.
oh, wishing you out.
And I wish we turned this song off. Thank
We
you.
gotta turn this on.
I think we good.
Cute. Let me decorate it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Look at the cake.
They're so soft. I left them in the car, and then I left
when
the
the
car
day
in the
comes out.
sun. It was cool
Oopsies.
this morning. This
It
weather
was
is
cool,
crazy.
Yeah. It was cold yesterday, and
But
And
it's
then
hot
it's cool. You
today.
just never know. That's why they call the weather Mother Nature.
that's true.
Women, we have many moods and seasons and
Menopause.
Yes.
shades, honey. Speaking of shade, let me introduce.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Shadiest of them all.
Yeah.
You know what? I should wear like a badge of honor. I should just come in a cape from now
You
on.
have your sunglasses
got 'em
on.
on.
Yeah.
I always have my sunglasses. You know why I do this?
Because of the shade.
Wait, divaD. This is my show, divaD.
Oh, oh.
So I am Sheree Fletcher. Hello. Thank you for joining us. And then we have to my left, we have our one and only, our regular co-host that we love and we just enjoy. Every time she comes, she makes us laugh. Miss Mechelll Epps is in the house. And then to her left, we have my shady me. And that is back again for a second time. We're going to see if there's going to be a third. We're just going to see how this goes. divaD in the house. Hey, divaD. And last but never least, my militant me. Happy birthday, girl.
Thank you.
Courtney
Happy
Stewart in the
birthday.
house.
I'm here. I'm here.
Taurus.
Here.
So
Yes,
what you
I am
do
a Taurus.
yesterday?
Yesterday
You
I
did the
kept
first part.
it kind of chill. A friend took me to lunch. We had lunch and a couple drinks, and then
Oh,
another
snap.
friend came and hung
Oh,
out, and we went
snap.
to dinner and had some more drinks, and we'll have a little party on Friday.
That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
we
So
kept
you
it,
enjoyed.
kept it light on school night.
And you were well celebrated.
I was well celebrated. I appreciate it very much.
And
I'm not
that's what
a big
counts.
birthday person, and y'all making me.
Aw, I have a little gift
feel
for you.
special.
Don't let me.
Oh my
just from the
God.
boutique, from the Sheree Elizabeth
Aw.
boutique. Shameless plug. Just don't let me forget to
Don't
give
be
it to you.
ashamed.
Don't be
Plug
ashamed,
it.
plug it. I like all that stuff, girl.
I've had a revelation. I think we need 2 bottles of
I
alcohol.
think we do.
Apparently.
divaD drinks a lot.
You know
I'm
what?
just-
I knew somebody was gonna say something because it kind of gets away from me. You know, I kind of get away from myself after
Yeah.
one or two.
We will have to do. I think you're right. We have to because normally Demetrius, who's on vacation,
Oh, he
does
doesn't
not
drink. That's
right.
partake.
That's true.
He doesn't partake.
At
doesn't
all.
Well, honey, you can invite me
So-
when Demetrius is here too.
Hello.
I know. I may
Real
bring my own little
horny.
bottle and my mixers.
You look like somebody to have like a little flask with some rhinestones on it or
Stones on it.
something.
You know, I
Like,
used to carry a flask.
see what I'm saying?
When I was horseback riding, because I had to learn the canter and I got nervous. And they said, well, you just need to relax. So I put a little port wine in my flask, and I was sitting in the car, and just take a little nip and put it down, and it was so relaxing.
I bet it was. Do they even still
Wow.
make port wine?
Yes.
I have not seen port wine in
Oh, honey, I'll bring
many
you
moons.
some.
Do y'all even know what port wine is?
Yes.
No.
You got like a tawny port, you know, like what is like 15 years, 20 years. I think I have a 40 year at home.
What?
that I'm saving for a special occasion, honey.
Now, what would qualify for a special occasion to open up that?
When I
40?
finally get opened up, when I finally get some, I'm gonna open up that bottle.
You ain't had none in a long time.
Oh, honey,
Oh.
it's been a
snap.
while.
Okay.
What's a while?
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Hours, days.
like full on, like excited,
Like
release.
a love expression, kind of, or you're not looking
years.
for? Okay,
Years.
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Wait,
been
love
for
expression.
years.
See, that's.
What are you looking for? A love expression, or are you just looking
for
to
a
just?
Yeah, well, I'm never looking just to hook up. I feel like I'm under pressure. I feel like
I know Mechelll is
have a
intense right
life.
now.
What are you doing,
Mechelll
man?
is looking
Interrogation.
through divaD right
Because
now.
she said
Yeah.
the love expression. Forget all that. We'd use, smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
No, but I don't like that either.
But you might not like it. But when was the last time you?
The last time I got like like
just-
thrown around.
No,
Just the last time you
outside.
smashed. Like, when's the last time
You had an encounter.
Well, I consider smashing like when you actually
You don't have to like.
have the release and the the orgasmic experience, and I haven't had that in years.
But
What?
No,
Yeah.
because some people don't make you have that. So
Exactly. That's
But
true.
you can kind of
he's
handle.
getting around the question.
But you can handle your own business, though, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Like,
everybody
sometimes
handles
we
their
have
own
to
business.
literally take matters into our own hands.
Everyone
you know?
handles that. No, those are some of the most fun times.
Hello.
I may open up that
Worthy
bottle
of,
of
that's
port
what I'm
tonight.
saying. Worthy of that 40-year-old port. Hello.
Yes.
Well, let's get right into our show. We had the MTV Awards, the 2017, and we would be remiss to miss the opportunity to have divaD weigh in on the red carpet and the fashion choices of the stars and the attendees.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
Okay,
I tried to put this little collage together. It's really small for us, but oh, okay. Thank
Yeah,
you,
go,
thank you.
zoom in on Tracy Ellis because I love
Oh,
her
yeah.
look.
She's at
She got
the
that kimono
bottom.
dress
Tracy,
on.
Tracy
She's
Ellis,
at the bottom, the second one.
The Rainbow
Okay,
Connection.
the rainbow, yes.
the rainbow connection. And
So
I
what did you
love
think of that? You loved it?
I loved it. It was fun.
I love the colors.
She's got that.
Yeah.
She's got her mother's energy about her, and so lately, whenever I see her, her style is her own.
Yes.
But it's very reminiscent of that mahogany era Diana Ross, and she, does her own little unique style.
Yes.
This is 2 for 2 for her because she was
Yes.
my favorite from
At
the Met
Met
Gala.
Ball.
Met Gala.
Yeah, but I love the colors. I love the play on it.
Yeah.
Anytime a queen sings a rainbow, honey, we're happy. Because I know she's down for the cause.
Hello.
Or is it a fist or is it a wrist? She's down for the
Love
cause.
it. I love it. So we have kisses and hisses. So she's kisses.
She was
We're
my
giving
favorite.
her kisses.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's kissing. Issa Rae is a
Issa Rae is right next
Issa Rae
to
is right
Tracy
next to her in the
Ellis.
blue leather.
yeah.
It's a hiss of a kiss.
Yeah.
Because I like Issa. I just think, weather-wise, the leather, it was cold. It hasn't been that warm, but it just seemed like a lot going on with the pleats off to the side. It didn't
And
really
the
do
bus
ruffles
it.
line didn't
around the
fit.
yeah,
They
didn't-
exactly.
They didn't tailor it
Like
at
a
all
vanity,
to a bus line.
like
But
a,
could that be the look though? Of the bus
I saw
line
a
with
lot
the
of
ruffles
pictures
around
and sideways. It was like it just
She's
was
reminding me of like
Right.
a Vanity 6 extra.
Oh,
in the
not
video.
the extra.
And then her hair, I can't really tell what it's doing.
Yeah.
It looks like a
It was-
fan.
They
just
did like a
sitting right
twist
there.
back and then they put a piece for the
They were
front.
running
No.
behind. They were
Yeah,
running
they
behind.
didn't
when
finish
did.
that.
Yeah.
We hissing you, Issa
Yeah.
Rae, even though we love you.
And
Even
I
though
did-
we love you.
And this is homegirl right next to her.
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. And I
Yes.
normally don't care for Amber.
But you like this?
I do like this. And I'll tell you why I like it. Because it's sexy without having to be like the sex out there. Like sometimes I feel like a
Well,
a
dang.
used condom is gonna fall out from underneath her because she just
Oh.
puts it all out there so
I mean,
much. And it's too much. But
Ain't nothing
this,
left to my imagination.
No, but-
What's she hiding? That one leg?
Well, it's for her.
Mm-hmm.
This is I could see her wearing this to church. Like for her, this is covered up. Am I wrong? This
No.
is covered up for her.
Yeah, because normally it just when she goes to these shows, it might be something very see-through. I don't know if she ever shows nips, but
She does.
okay.
has.
She
Oh,
does
wow.
nips, cheeks.
Yeah.
It's
the
like
whole thing.
Everything.
So
time
this is covered up for her.
Right.
And some of our viewers are actually, quote unquote, they're listeners. So, you guys, she's got this midriff top on, and then she's got a high-waisted skirt with a huge slit up the left leg.
Yeah, and
all
well,
in red.
Sheree makes it seem like you can see, kitty cat. It's a great slit, but it is covered coming down towards her hips. Like,
And it's long.
Yeah.
It's not up to her waist. Where when you have
Right.
those waist high slits,
Yes.
that's when
Like
a
a
gust
Christy
comes.
Teigen kind
Exactly.
of
That's when
slip.
you see
Yes.
it. Yeah.
And it looked like she got a little boy short under there or something instead of just regular panties.
Oh,
So
didn't know-
that's
yeah.
helpful.
Okay.
One of my
alright,
best
that's
friends, she
cute.
calls those period panties. She's like, when did
Oh,
period
Lord.
panties come into
But I
style?
love them. It's
I think
reminiscent
they're
to me
fun.
of that bathing suit from the
Oh,
50s.
yeah.
I love
Yeah, we
it.
call them poom poom shorts.
Pom pom? Pom pom?
Poom poom shorts.
What's a pom pom now?
I mean, I don't
Like
know.
underneath underneath the cheerleading outfits.
Yes.
Yeah.
One day, like not to get off track, but one day I went through this stage where I loved
Now wait, but we're gonna have
gonna
to
finish?
You're gonna hear me interrupt divaD because last week's show was a record-breaking hour and a half. So we're gonna have to So go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, so I'll make it quick. But I had this idea in my head that I wanted this PK outfit, like a little tennis outfit, and I went to Lacoste and I said,
Pastor Kid?
like
What's
PK,
PK stand
PK
for?
the knit.
PK, got you,
like the
got
little
you.
long sleeve knit
Yes.
shirts. So I went to Lacoste and I said, I want some shorts. And they said, okay. And I said, this is what I'm looking for. So I bought them, put them on. I went to my friend's house. She's like, get in the house. Why do you have your underwear on? I'm like, what are you talking about?
How funny
I
is
went.
that?
I wore these all up and down the coast to Malibu, West Hollywood, with the shirt on. It was matching. So then I go back to the store. I'm like, well, I want a black pair. I want other colors. And I said, don't you guys have other colors? And she kept bringing me like random shorts. And I said, you don't know what I'm talking about? I reached these. And she said, honey, that's the underwear the women wear
You
under
better
their tennis
stop.
skirts. I did not know. And I still have them.
Funny.
I still have them.
That's
I loved them.
hilarious.
Okay, but back
That
to
is a fashion hiss. I'm just saying.
No, people are still talking about it, so I think it was a kiss.
Yeah, but they might be talking about it, but
the streets were
what?
talking.
Yes, what they saying?
The streets were talking. If
What
they still
exactly?
talking after a decade, it was looking good.
There you go.
Now, up in the gold, that is our girl Taraji, right?
Yes.
She was my favorite.
I love that. There was a lot
She
of
was my
sparkly, lot of sequins, a lot of glitz. You know what though? What I'm having a hard time with, not so much on her dress, but the length. If we can go down to Zendaya,
ankle length?
the ankle length, kind of. Can we go down to Zendaya's picture?
In the green.
In the green. Zendaya, I think she is just such a gorgeous young lady. I don't like that length.
But that's a trend right now.
I like it though.
And
You
it-
like it?
Yeah, I
trend
like
right
it,
now.
and if you're tall enough, and for me,
And
it
and
works
it's-
on her, and it looks very, very lady-like.
In the
very
springtime,
50s,
you know, it's when you wear the what is it, the dresses? What are those?
Sundresses.
Sundresses, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
But
looks
usually they're
delicate and
long.
dainty.
To me, it looks it looks like it should be like T length. It's long for a T length, but it's short for floor length. I don't think I'm feeling that hemline.
It's a very almost like ladies who lunches sort of thing,
Yes.
and I like it. I
Right
don't
at the
think
ankle.
the dress was appropriate for the MTV Movie Awards.
Now, why not?
I think you need to be a little bit more hip. I could see that more maybe like at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Or
It was see through.
Yeah, that's why
well,
I liked it.
it was sheer. I don't think it was see through.
No, it was see through.
Or was it that see-through?
A little
Yeah,
see-through.
she did the
Yeah.
panties.
It was a sheer moment.
I would like to have seen her because I think the color
She's
is
like, it was see through.
the color is amazing. This
Yeah.
pea green, awesome. I think it would have been beautiful as a romper for her.
Would have been cute.
Don't you think? Like to that same neckline, the same. It's very very low cut. It's cut right down to the waist. It's open. She's got a little sleeve on that. To make that skirt into a pair of shorts, I think would have been adorable on her.
But
If you
I
wanted
think
a
it was
quiet
adorable,
moment from
but
me, you got it.
She was going for a woman.
Yeah, that was too adorable. Like I think with this, she's still following into the Zendaya.
Yeah.
that, you know, she's not giving. I'm a freak.
Yeah.
You know.
So you
Right.
think shorts would have said, "I'm a freak"?
I feel like it
No,
would have been
I'm
kitty.
saying that would have
No.
been too.
Kitty?
It would have been
Yeah,
juvenile. And
exactly.
like the one thing that she does is she definitely plays, she's very young. She's only what, 20, I think?
Yes.
She plays with age a lot, and she will dress very mature and do her, and that's sort of like, I'm the lady that's 30 right
But
now.
still respectful.
But then she will turn it up and do something really sexy that's different, but it's not, she doesn't usually do juvenile like ever.
But this doesn't make her look like she's trying to look old.
No, I don't ever
And
think
that's
she's
what I
trying
like
to look
about
old.
it.
I
See,
just
to
like
me,
that
it
she
does.
plays with that dynamic.
I
No, I
always
like that.
think, not always,
I
but
think
I
the
would
hair
say
did that.
90. I know, I love the hair.
I love that
And
hair.
her hair is
hair.
beautiful,
Yeah.
but this length is very mom to me with that dress.
That
But that's very
doesn't-
bobbish. Bobs her
Bobbish,
in.
it's cute. She looks
But they
young and
curled
fresh.
it.
But
It
it's
wasn't,
that
like,
length.
sharp
It's
and
that
edgy.
length. To me, it makes her look a little too old. And I think that's kind of where she always goes. I don't know who her stylist is, but they always dress her, I think, too old for what she really is. Embrace your youth.
But I think Zendaya she's very aware of her own personal style.
Mm-hmm.
And she strikes me as one of these young stars that you can't really tell her that you have to wear this, that she's gonna go in and say, okay, these are the options. And if she doesn't like it, she won't wear it. I disagree. I like the length. I mean, on Taraji, you think it makes Taraji look old?
No,
It's just some people will like that length. We have our preferences. I
Yeah.
prefer short, and shorter.
Yeah.
Like for me, I like short all the time. Clearly, I'm
Hence
wearing
the
underwear.
But, and then, I agree with you too, but she's tall, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
when you're taller, you can just walk as like a.
I would have loved to have seen them
She
legs.
looks like a swan.
You can,
That-
but then when
with
Amber Rose
pockets?
took a leg out, you're like,
No,
look at
no,
all that leg.
Totally different. If she had, like I said, like a romper, like a short, they made that into shorts with pockets, that would have been banging.
No,
on
that
her.
would have dated her too.
Right,
That's not in.
right, exactly. A romper is cute for the beach.
Yeah, not to the movie.
Yeah.
the
You know what I'm
MTV
saying
movie
when I
did
say
it.
romper? I'm just talking about a one piece, that same fabric,
Yeah.
the same from the waist and above, and just to make that into, I thought that would.
What
'cause
about a
it's-
jumpsuit instead?
You know what? I would have liked. I can see it that in a jumpsuit. I could see it in a flowy, but gathered at the bottom, like kind of like
I
a
see
genie
bell
style.
bottom. Bell bottom.
I
I would just tear,
I wouldn't
just
want
tear
to
it
see the
all
bell
off and
bottom.
start over.
I know, right?
Sheree just wants to tear it down, just tear it down and start
But I
all
love
over.
it from the neck up on her. I do.
Oh, good.
She's beautiful. I do. Okay, so let's I think we got so much to talk about, and Courtney has to be. She's going to keep us timely today, or not. Maybe you can leave. We're going to keep talking,
Y'all just keep
Courtney.
talking.
Yeah.
I'll be
Hello.
like,
So,
The
final
after party.
thoughts on what were some of the style trends that you guys were kind of like, okay, this is kind of the thing. This is what people are doing at the MTV Awards. And I do want to say this. I think the MTV Awards can be like very ambiguous. People don't know what to wear.
And that's what I saw. And it was
all
a
over the
wide
place.
array. Like I was
Yes.
like, what? I needed I think just coming off of the Met Gala, I'm like, I needed just something for a guideline for them to follow because
Right.
it was just like busy.
It's
you
not
know?
the Nickelodeon Awards. You know
Right.
what I mean? So yeah, so it's still an award.
I think the
show.
trend was, for me, it was individuality. Is that they were all doing their own thing because what is it about MTV and music is, people doing their own thing. And so you had Taraji in a beautiful, gown that was still fun. It had the cutout panels in the back, so it wasn't too stuffy and buttoned up. And then you had the young girl up at the top in the Fendi, Amanda Stenberg.
Yeah.
The one on the right?
Yeah, on the top right in
I
the
thought
stripe.
it was Willow at first when I saw
That's
yes.
because of the lipstick.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the face and
Yeah.
the hair.
But
I didn't
that's,
like that at
I'm
all.
not looking
I loved
liking
it.
that.
Oh, I loved it.
I don't
It's
like
a
that at
Fendi
all.
runway piece, and it's a very
You like-
girly
I
sort of
do.
fun
Maybe
look.
this picture is
But
not
we
a good.
hissing.
Yeah, because I
This
can't.
side
Her
of the
body
table is
type is
hissing.
not giving me life in
No.
that. It's wearing her.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
don't.
loved
I don't
it.
like it at all.
I loved it. She was one of my favorite looks.
Wow.
Because of the, just like the shape of it, the style of it. She carried it off exactly the way it was done on the runway, with the exception of doing that real trendy Fendi booty that everybody's wearing right now. And I like that she popped a very neutral stripe color palette that almost sort of looks like her. And then you just see the shape. I like how she popped
And
it
then
with
the
that
shoes,
blue lip.
the red suede, I don't get it at all. I'm missing that. I'm hissing.
Yeah, me too.
You can hiss. You can
And then
hiss.
is she top heavy or is it just the pockets?
She's
probably
It's-
the
she's a
pockets.
little top heavy, but the
Okay.
pockets,
the
yeah.
pockets accentuate. You know, I love the one in the upper left-hand corner. She had the one shoulder. I don't know who it is. I'm thinking she's a model. Yeah, the one with the
Oh. Is
that Jordan?
looks like.
Yeah, that is
that Jordan
Oh
Dunn?
my
Yeah.
God, that is incredible. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is stunning.
It's stunning. I wouldn't necessarily do it for the MTV Movie Awards. It seems more of like an evening, nighttime, Studio 54, 70s kind of vibe, going to the discotheque, you know,
I
getting a
didn't like
couple of
Yeah,
cocktails.
The pants, something about it just was like that top is beautiful. That color.
But you know what that bottom is? I can't remember who the designer is, but that bottom is like what we talked about, those kind of those underwear, that bathing suit, that's what she's doing. So then it's kind of a layered thing. So you have a high-waisted undergarment, and then you have the pants that are, you know, kind of, I'm not gonna say she's sagging, but lower. It's kind of, that's like it hits on the hip, the waistband.
She wasn't my favorite look.
I
I liked
loved
the
it.
top, and I like the pants. I like those pieces individually. I don't
Okay.
necessarily
You
like
like
them
them
together.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
it looks, I mean, Jordan, it's hard for her to look bad in anything.
She's gorgeous. Who is she, a model?
She's probably
She
yeah,
is.
she's a model. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like me. It's hard to look bad.
All
in
right, well,
anything.
let's move on, y'all. Speaking of, okay, fashion, because we want to kind of still stay in the fashion, on the fashion topic. And we're going to go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Ooh, shady.
They
Are
have
you still
had their
recuperating?
Honey.
their ninth reunion just aired Sunday, and this is what the girls wear. Now, obviously, I'm thinking that the message was y'all wear something jewel toned.
You know, it just seemed
Like, what were they told?
They were
I
not
don't
told
get
anything.
it.
They get to wear whatever they want
Right.
and be as
get it.
flashy as they can
Yeah,
be.
we can. I mean, you can run like from Cynthia.
I love Cynthia.
Cynthia. To me, she's never 100% together.
Interesting.
The hair.
Yeah, the hair was much.
It's like, you know what? Let's just use all the bundles. Let's use
Yes,
all the
they
wigs.
used
Put them all
the
in.
bundles.
Like it's like
I
her
loved
head is going.
I love
But
Yeah.
she does that Diana Ross kind of big
Diana
hair
Ross never
thing.
looked like that.
Well, Diana Ross still was known. Yeah, there's
Well,
times when
times when
Diana
Diana's
had
big,
it.
but
Yeah.
she
You're
had a big
comparing
wig.
that look to Diana
Yo.
Ross.
Oh,
Diana
yes.
Ross had big hair, but it was done well. This isn't done well. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, the front was a little odd.
It's
And
everywhere.
maybe
front
the
was a little
styling
odd.
was not on Diana Ross's level because you know Diana Ross is Diana Ross.
She's an icon.
and she has
Yeah.
the best hairstylist in the world.
Right.
doing
But
her
she
wig.
was supermodel for her. I would imagine she has
She was not a
access to the best of the
supermodel.
best.
She
Cynthia
is,
Bailey was
yes.
not a supermodel?
No, a supermodel is Naomi Campbell. You're gonna put her in the category with Naomi Campbell?
Well, I guess I won't.
No, she was.
She was a very commercial model.
She was a commercial model.
But
that-
she's consistently worked for like
Yes,
30
for a
years.
long time.
So
Exactly.
All
She
right.
was a consistent
a
working
successful
model.
model.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The dress I like, but I think the dress, her hair needed to be away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
You know,
sleek.
yeah, because it made everything look dramatic.
I still think she looks beautiful. Kenya looks like she's going to a quinceañera.
Yeah, the color I like
Tear
for her.
up.
The golds and the yellows look great on her, but the dress is horrible.
What about Candy's jumpsuit?
To me, she's not tall enough to
So
do
we
a
like the jumpsuit, we
like
just don't
I
that.
like it
I
on
love
her.
a jumpsuit.
Gotcha.
It looks
I
stumpy.
think her
Yeah.
jumpsuit needed to be like a tapered
Tailored,
leg
yeah.
instead of that
Gotcha.
wide leg, because it just made
She
everything.
looked real stumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
exactly.
have to know your body type, what you can and what you can't. Now,
Oh, now, God
Phaedra's
bless
look,
her.
what is she?
She looks pregnant, or like you know her.
But I like the color on her.
Yeah. This picture,
Phaedra, I think overall, Phaedra and Frickin' Frack, I think overall had the best complete look.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't necessarily. I liked Phaedra's dress. I didn't love it.
No.
It was okay. It seemed like it was a last minute decision.
The level right under her boobs,
Yeah.
and then
That's that
it just
Empire. Yeah, that
Yeah.
Empire
it didn't
waist.
work for me for this.
It was
for
a
her.
declining empire.
And she's short. She's
Yeah.
like super short.
But I loved her hair, like the
Oh,
curly
yeah,
hair.
yeah.
and her makeup was
makeup
the
was
best
on
it's ever
point.
been.
Yes,
And
the
when she
hair.
came
Yeah.
back
Point.
from the break,
I thought she
and
looked,
they had recurled, I was like,
yeah, she
Yes.
looked beautiful. She did.
Yes.
It
Now,
was the best it's
what
ever
about
been.
Elvis? I mean, Portia.
Elvis.
I like that little Elvis hair.
I
like
did
the
too.
hair,
I
and
thought
I
it was
like
cute.
the
I didn't like
dress.
the dress.
I didn't like the Elvis. I don't
I
know.
like the color of the dress. It was
Yes.
something
I like the
did.
color.
Too much fabric.
It was very pageant, like
I
with
didn't like
all
it.
the boobs.
Her whole look, that I guess because it's a different look for her,
Right.
I didn't like it.
I liked it. I
It
didn't think.
aged her. The
I
hair
think if
aged her.
she had covered it,
Yeah.
it would have been better. I love the hair because it's different. Normally she's doing the go naked, and she took an
Yeah.
opportunity to say, I'm going to rock my own
And
hair.
everybody's molding
That's
the
her-
hair
that was
right
her
now,
hair?
and I loved it.
Yeah, that's her
Oh,
hair.
I didn't know that. I thought
And
she
be-
had like a wig on or
It could be a
something.
wig. Who
Super
knows? I
cute.
think it's close to whatever her own hairstyle is. But what I like about her is that her makeup was flawless as well
Yes.
until she cried it all off.
Yes,
Until
yes. And Sheree, I like the color. I like the
Sheree,
dress. I think she
Sheree
killed
could have
it.
gone home and started over.
Started over.
Yes.
That Zach posing, like it
Yeah.
didn't
She was
fit.
very safe, right?
It looked like Zach by Zach Posey. It didn't even
Yeah.
look like like mainline Zach Posen.
See, I
The
like
color
it.
didn't look good. It washed her
Really?
out.
She had the
Her
heavy
makeup
makeup,
was
the dark
ashy.
makeup,
The
like,
dark lipstick.
I thought she looked good.
Her face
She's
with
cuter than
Kenya's
that.
leg would have been perfect. Ash on
She
top
was
of ash.
ashy.
Kenya was
Lord have
real
mercy.
Oh my goodness.
Kenya kept lifting up that
What
dress,
is
honey.
wrong with her?
She
Well,
should have lifted up some
she
boobs.
had a very quiet reunion. This is like, it was very un-Kenya-like. So let's talk about, because we talked about Frick and Frack, who they're saying is, what are they calling them? Fake and fraud?
I heard that.
Fake and fraud. So this is a caption.
This is perfect.
Yes.
Oh.
So it was this reunion was really epic. I mean,
Yes,
it
it
really was
was.
epic. And Courtney, you want to set it up? Or you
I
want me to
mean,
set it
it
up?
was the funeral of Miss Phaedra Parks Esquire. She been on this show for 8 seasons, I think now, or
Yes.
it might have been 7.
Yes,
I think she
maybe
came in the
7.
3rd season.
Maybe 7.
And basically, you know, she had she copped to finally that she started a lie.
She never copped to it.
She did cop to it.
She said she
No,
repeated
she
it.
didn't.
Whatever.
You know, wait, let me-
Either way, it
okay,
came from
she
her
never- yeah,
mouth.
she
I'm
read it.
gonna set it up before we get into it, just so our viewers know what's happening. During the season, there were
She looks so
these
sad. God bless
allegations against Candy and her husband Todd that they wanted to drug Portia basically and take her back to the sex dungeon. That comes out, and we don't know who said it. Then we find out that Phaedra said it on the reunion, and the other level to that is we find out that Phaedra, it was for she told it to her BFF Portia like
Portia.
it was first hand information.
Right.
Like Candy told Phaedra, and then Phaedra told Portia. So now y'all can go ahead.
Right. Well, I think
I just
you
wanted
know,
to set it
the
up.
way that Portia received it and the
Yes.
way she heard it, and a lot of times when you hear something that like people can say, "Oh, there's perception," but Portia let her know, "No, I asked
Oh,
you
yes.
three
multiple
different times.
times,
Yeah, it was 3 different times.
and
No
you said it
confusing
this
that.
way." Now, Phaedra's
Yes.
gonna ride or die with her story because she's an attorney. She knows that she can't be caught up saying that you were trying to drug somebody to go take them back and have sex and all of these other things. So her story is, well, I heard it from other people, and I'm sorry if you misunderstood me. Like that's what she kept
Yeah.
trying to ride.
Which is crazy
Right.
because as an attorney, I don't think you'd ever be that careless with that type of information.
Well,
And she's always branded herself as not only a Southern belle, but a very professional woman who doesn't
Yes.
have time to
Time
gossip
for
because she's
nonsense.
and all this stuff because
And
she's
a-
got so many jobs.
And a Christian
Right.
woman.
And a
at
Christian
that.
Christian
woman.
Well,
Well, the
listen, we
rumor
all do that.
is
Christians, we all have our moments.
But
Yeah, we do.
But this
we
was
doing a
a
revival. Do you put revivals together?
yes.
And you doing the dirt, and you put on everybody.
And you
else?
telling everybody else to like
It's
get their
you,
stuff
you,
together.
Okay, that's true. I'm not putting a restoration together.
But the word on the
Except for
street
restoration
is
hardware.
that she kept saying it was given to her in terms
The
of the
producer?
information is that the producer Carlos King is the one that fed her that information to have a storyline on the show. But that's why they're claiming that she's being fired is because the producers are saying absolutely not. We would never be that
Well,
reckless.
he was fired too.
Well, he
No,
left. He
no.
left to go to another show.
Yeah.
He
No,
claims he wasn't
he
fired.
resigned.
So,
he
but
resigned
here-
last year.
He resigned.
Yeah.
This is my question though. If that was the case, if the producer told her gave her that information, fed her that information, wouldn't you at that moment put that out there? I would.
But they're
I'd have
saying-
thrown him clean under the
They're
bus.
saying she did, and she's saying that she did, and that it was edited out of the reunion show. That's what That's
Which
what
would
the latest
make, I
thing
mean, if
heard.
they don't want the
Yes.
fourth wall broken, that would
Right.
make sense.
Yes.
That
'Cause
they don't want that
that's what they
information
said.
out.
The thing is, it's in the contract that you could never break the fourth wall, so you can't tell that. So they had to edit it out.
So is it Andy Cohen that's actually perpetrating a fraud?
And even though he
Like
was
Andy
walking
can be a
around
little
talking
shady.
about how you feel about it. Oh, Phaedra,
I'm
don't you think as a lawyer this is a bad idea? I'm so shocked. I'm so surprised.
Well,
I
but
didn't buy that at all.
Well, they say that, people are saying that she got fired, and Bravo keeps putting out statements that nothing has
been
been set in
decided.
stone. And my attitude is,
Oh.
with that show
Well,
in
she posted
particular,
something,
that
too.
show in particular is the most popular housewife show in the
Right.
franchise.
Yes.
It's the most lucrative. It's the most popular around the world. One of my black Instagram friends from Sweden was, tweeting about it and talking about it, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, they are up to date on this over in Sweden, talking about
Wow.
Phaedra and the shenanigans.
Wow.
So at first I thought, well, maybe they'll demote her like they did Portia
your
after
friend
she
of the
dragged her
housewives, yeah.
and demote her as a friend of the housewives. But then I said, but doesn't one of them have to be your friend?
Yeah.
So, I feel like they could possibly bring her back.
I think they are because
Because
this makes
it's
a
the
great
drama.
storyline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's gonna rebond with her?
You know what? I
after
don't think
that?
they will. I think it would be a really bad move to bring her back.
But I think they're
I
going
just-
to
I
do
don't
it
think so. I think they will.
to have everybody come against her and be on her. Like that's going to make people want to see what happened next. To
But
just
you
drop
have
her.
to draw a line at some point. You have to stand for something. Like what was it? VH1 with the Chad and Evelyn show. Remember?
That was
He
abuse,
got
though.
yeah.
That was
but
physical
this
abuse.
This is a rape allegation.
It's technically on that level.
Like
hearsay.
she can be no.
She could lose her license if
she
she
can be
acknowledged that she
sued for
said
this.
it. Yes, she can. But to get like a decent slander, and I'm not an attorney, but I've dealt with a few of my friends that have filed defamation and slander suits. You have to show like a loss of something.
But she
and Candy
didn't-
owns a sex toy line, so
But-
it's
but-
like that could technically be good for her business. So it's not.
No,
and
I don't think being a rapist could be good for, you know what I mean? Being dubbed, because I mean,
almost said something.
what was you gonna say, Courtney?
No, I can't say. I can't repeat it. Lord won't let me.
Yeah.
But you felt it. The Lord put the energy in you, and then He stopped
That's
it when
the
it got to your
prayer,
tongue.
though.
Devil put that energy in, and then the Lord was like, "Girl, you better wrangle
Put that
that."
back down. But what I'm saying is that at this point, like everything that we see,
Yeah.
if Phaedra continues to say, I shouldn't have repeated it. And you saw her keep saying
Yes.
that, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have repeated it.
I messed up.
I messed up, I shouldn't have repeated
Yes.
it. At this point, it's hearsay. And so, could somebody file a complaint against her about, with her law license? Yes. Could she possibly be sanctioned and, be penalized through,
Yeah.
her legal board?
And
Yes.
Portia would be subpoenaed to testify, of
Yeah,
course.
but it would
and
all be, it's not going to get that far because, like you said, the fourth wall.
They
like
won't bring her
they
back.
don't want, they don't want to do it.
They won't bring her back. They
and
can't.
it's a show. I think they should bring her back.
They can't.
And you know why I think they will? Because she hasn't shut down the comments on her Instagram. People are going at her, but there are a lot of people who are supportive of her still.
Yeah.
I think what led to her doing that, I don't agree with what she did. I think it was scandalous and tacky and baseless
I
what
got
she
a
did.
theory too. Let me
But-
hear your theory.
But I think she still wakes up in the morning sometimes and sees Candy and Todd sitting up on that motorcycle and
That
bikes
Apollo
in the
store
goods in the
basement.
garage when the feds were coming after her. And like Todd made that comment, the feds are still watching. Well, if they're still watching her, they're still watching your garage because you were the ones that had all of the goods
All his
in the
stuff.
garage, and then you blamed. Then you try to put it on her and
Yeah.
say, well, you called the feds on us. You're on TV. And just like you can say, well, what she said is libel, slanderous, defamation, what they did was technically criminal, hiding assets. Candy's got, relatives and people who've gone to jail, so she should know that you can't harbor somebody's assets, especially for a crime like, RICO and fraud.
Lord Jesus.
But-
Okay. Go ahead, Mechelll. Go ahead.
But
Weigh in.
I think you can't say that because first of all, her husband, that's being a down friend. Because did he say, hide this for me because the feds are on me?
Because at that point,
Right,
they
they
were
just
still working.
needed-
They were still
yeah,
going through the process
place-
of all
I
the
think-
legal stuff.
I think it
And
was
he was
more
like,
so
"Can you keep this for
hey,
me? Because I
I'm
don't
going
want her to
jail.
have it."
This
Yeah.
B is trying to take me for everything, and they know how Phaedra is. Because he's like, well, she took me for okay. Put it in the garage.
But she wasn't suing him. He was under investigation
I know, but
for
still-
that for fraud, for defrauding people. And so when you're hiding if I come
But
to
I don't
you
think it
and
was
I'm
hiding though.
he's stealing.
Remember,
He
but
stole
he was-
identities.
No, but it wasn't hiding.
The
Todd,
stuff
they
that they
weren't
were
hiding.
storing.
It's like, oh, hey,
But
I
they-
need,
right.
Put
girl,
my stuff
I
in
need to
your
put my
garage.
stuff. I'm going through this divorce. Can you help a sister out?
Right.
Can I keep my stuff
My
in your
point
garage?
is, knowing what they knew
But they
about.
didn't.
Oh, everyone knew. Everyone knew he was under investigation.
Yeah,
But you don't know the extent of exactly
Yes.
what's happening. You don't know if he's been sanctioned at this
you
point.
get
But
like-
you
so
know
you
the
never-
charges. You know the charges, and at that point, he had pretty much been found guilty. He was waiting to go away. Like they were waiting to send him away.
Let me ask you though, because we need to move on to Bow Wow. Do you think that friendship between Portia and Phaedra is repairable?
I think they could be. I think they could be social friends with like a little like. Portia's always going to have an eye open and give you a kiss, and it would be years before it ever got really friendly. I don't think
Could
it'll
you
ever
do
get
it,
back to
Courtney?
what it was.
No, like I can't trust you.
Yeah.
we can't be friends.
Really, what I think, Portia's because and I'm sorry to say this, but she's considered. I didn't say it. She's considered dumb. But you know, somebody's so dumb that they smart on one thing.
She ain't that
Yeah.
dumb though.
That's what
I
I'm
learned
saying.
that from that. She ain't that
She
dumb.
ain't
But
that
but that's what I'm trying to say though. Like she has
Yeah.
dumb moments.
Yes.
But she's
she has blonde moments. She does.
Yeah.
Right.
She calculated.
Dingy.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I heard Phaedra said that I was dumb. So now that's what she said. You used me. She realized that she was a pawn. Because who else did Phaedra have?
Yeah. Nobody.
And I think
Nobody.
in those in reality or whatever, you try to form allegiances.
Right.
And Phaedra, to me, preyed on what she thought was the weakest link.
But I will say, just in one other thing, Candy and Kenya have sidecarred on Phaedra for storylines for years. A lot of what Candy's storyline has been is her employees and her mom, talking this about Phaedra, talking that about Phaedra, talking about Apollo. And
But you
her
don't always
relationship
pick your
with-
storylines.
Exactly.
I mean, you just
but-
don't. Things happen, and then the producers are like, "Okay, well, listen, we
We're
need
gonna
you to talk
focus
about
on
which
this."
which
Yeah.
basically
Yes.
says what else was going on in her life. It wasn't as exciting, so it was like they were sidecarring on her storyline or using her storyline as their sidecar. Same with Kenya. Kenya's supposedly moving on. She's got Matt. She's got a man, but she still got issues with Phaedra.
She got mad.
Who got issues with Portia?
Well,
and
she had
Phaedra.
Matt.
But really,
Yeah.
Phaedra came back with her. Because remember, she went with her to Detroit or to Michigan to go do
She
the thing.
invited her
Yeah,
because
but-
Kenya wasn't doing nothing for Detroit anyway. Ever since she got that one check, she
Let's-
didn't do anything else for them kids.
Let's move on. Our show is perpetrating a fraud, so let's move on to this Bow Wow story, which is really, really interesting.
Hilarious.
Bow Wow,
challenge.
there we see him on the red carpet. Bow Wow, aka Shad Moss.
Now this was in Paris, right?
I don't know where it was, child.
He'll
on the
tell
red
you it was in
carpet.
Paris.
All right. Right. He was caught in a lie Tuesday after he posted a photo of a private jet on his Instagram account indicating he was flying private to New York for his growing up hip hop press run. But a fan photographed him on a commercial for flight in coach, not on a
So
private
funny.
jet on the same day. And this is what
That was Snapchat.
Osama bin drinking. I don't think Osama bin drinking posted the Instagram. I think he just kind of did the whole thing. On the left is what Bow Wow posted. It's picture of a Mercedes that has driven
Pulling
up
up to
to,
the
and
private
apparently that's a stock image.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
That
And
he
and
just-
you could tell that that's an old image because that's not a
Oh, the
recent
car?
Mercedes.
Oh,
yeah, because when I
see.
looked at that Mercedes, I said, "Oh, that's the one before the last
He
one."
was rushing, honey. He was
Yeah, that
rushing
was
to
4
make
years
his
ago.
In a
flight.
hurry.
To make his flight. And so pull that other picture back up so we can see it.
You know, I'm so petty.
And what did the guy say? The guy says, so this guy, Lil Bow Wow, so he's on the flight with Lil Bow Wow. He says, so this guy, Lil Bow Wow, was on my flight to New York, but on Instagram, he posted a picture of a private jet caption traveling to NY today. SMH, shaking my head. So there he is in
That looks
coach.
like that looks like first class because it's a TV right there too.
But first class ain't private.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think coach. I'm like that's real. Like oh my
That could
god.
be
They
Coach.
said, they said it
Some
was.
Coach.
They
They
said it
have
was.
movies in Coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said it was Coach.
You just have to pay for them.
So that is.
Oh.
Let me ask you a question though, because he got caught in lie. He responded. He, went to his Instagram, said some crazy stuff.
He
I'm
said
not
they
even
put
gonna
up an
repeat it.
old image, and I
Old
said that
image.
Stop
Snap
lying.
won't let you
You're
put up an
lying.
old image.
There's
Sometimes-
Snap goes up and goes
Sometimes
away.
the best thing to do
Right?
is just not
Just
say nothing.
not say nothing. or
Not say
cop
nothing.
to it, brother.
But let me ask you this though, because in the hip hop culture, it's all about, jockeying for position, talking about what you have. It's about money, bling.
Is he considered in
But
the
he-
hip
I
hop
was gonna
culture
say, and
anyway?
he says
Well, he's doing a show,
but
hip hop. Yes.
growing up hip hop,
Growing
but
up
he want
hip-hop.
to be noted. He want to be recognized as an actor
He's not
and
black.
as a producer now, and he's not black. So like, why
Oh,
does
he's
he
not
feed
black?
into that?
Yeah, that's what he
Remember he
said.
said he
Yeah, he
was.
said,
what
"I'm
did
not
he say?
black, I'm biracial,"
I'm
or-
biracial.
yeah.
Have you seen my dad? Because he's light skinned or something. Oh, crazy.
Oh
stuff.
Lord. Okay, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a whole nother show. But don't you think that that's some of that is branding? Do I really want to? If I'm a Bow Wow fan, do I really want to see the real, the truth? Do I want to see him on a plane and coach?
Yes.
No one's buying into Bow Wow anyway. The brand, whatever brand he had, isn't selling. If it is, it's not selling at Saks or Barney's. It's down at the 99-cent shop. Nobody's buying into him, and so I don't understand why. But it's true. I mean, and if you're part of hip hop culture, what's the old saying? Ain't no future in your fronting. He's fronting. I mean, it comes
But most
out.
of them do front.
They mostly
That's
do.
what I'm saying. Like that's.
But he
that's
could have
what you
turned it into
do.
a joke. Like he could have been in coach, and he could have wrote like, "Oh, they couldn't cop for a first class ticket for my tour."
But
That's
the
fucked
ones
up.
that are fronting, usually they have some talent behind it to back it up. You see them putting on the gold chains, and we all know it's probably borrowed or they just kept it and they've got a lawsuit, somebody
Right,
chasing
right.
after them. But a lot of times they have the music chops and the performances, and they're selling out either small shows or mid-sized venues to back it up. What is he selling out? Like,
Well,
what
he's
is
got
he
a
doing?
show. He's
But
still
I-
working.
But I think because honestly, when I saw that post,
Yes.
Now I know of the show, Growing Up
Growing Up
Hip Hop.
Hip Hop,
I
yeah.
know one of the producers. I know the company's doing it. I'm like, they provide private
Yeah,
jets.
exactly.
I was like, wait a minute.
There you go.
Immediately, so I think he plays himself because. Why? At least be on Puffy's private jet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And act like it's your. You know what I mean? Because you
Right.
really were on there. Like there's some levels to your frauding. I'm not a fraud, but I mean, just you know what I mean?
could've done a
So
better
we don't.
job, bro.
None of us have done fraudulent things.
Well, somebody made a comment on
When it-
one of the posts and said,
What you doing at our
that
show?
He was cute. You can come back.
Oh, he wasn't.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We just had a
We
random
just had a
walk
random visit coming
in
to the studio.
to the
And
studio.
divaD is ready to run
Hello.
after.
Honey, I was waiting for the
You
left
try-
hand to
you-
come through
yeah,
the door
you
to see if there was a band on it.
Trying to
Let him
dry up
come
that
in.
dry spell.
Trying
Okay.
to wetten it up.
Moisturize it.
Make it rain, make it rain, make it
Listen.
rain.
So yeah, but so that's what I'm saying. Like you kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. He can't really say. He can't post that he's say he wasn't coach. We don't really know. Good point. We don't know. The guy who put him on Instagram said I'm in coach. He's sitting right next to me.
Right.
So the thing is, like, we don't want to know that. I don't want to see, people that I idolize and people that I look up to. I don't want to see them
idolize
in
Bow
coach.
Wow?
Hell to the no.
Thank you. Nobody's checking for Bow Wow.
But there are people checking for Bow Wow. We
To
can't
see
say
that he's fraudulent. The only
No,
ones
there
checking
are
for him are the
people.
ones calling him out.
He's got an audience. He's got a market. He's got these young girls love him, and the thing is, there is an image that you have to project. That's branding. That's marketing. Like he's got a certain. I don't think that's. It is fraudulent in the sense that it's not true, but there's a pressure to perform. There's a
fair.
pressure to be something that maybe at some time, at some points in your life, you're not. That's the fake it till you make it.
I think he was
Or
there
till you
at
fake
one
it till you make
point,
it again.
and he's faking it to still be there. He was big back when he was really
Right.
young. When he was little Bow
Can we
Wow
fault him
is
for
when
that
he
though?
was
That's
big.
what I'm saying. Can we fault him for doing
Yes.
that?
He
Yes.
could have just blamed
Okay.
United and said they bumped
Blame
him out of
United.
first class.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't even. But come on.
But
They
is that-
dragged me
what-
off
what-
the private
They
jet.
put me in coach.
That's funny. I do want to be clear. I think anytime you lie or you present something that really is not what it really is, I think that's fraudulent behavior.
Right.
That's not honorable. But I'm saying, is there pressure?
Yeah, there's definitely pressure.
Does your audience, do we put pressure on these celebrities to do things like
There's
that?
pressure on everybody. Regular people have pressure to feel like their
Instagram.
Instagrams look interesting and like they look cute. Like why you think people take 800 selfies before they put one up?
Oh,
like
or
you want to
1,000
look
in the roll.
perfect. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
we all
perpetrating a fraud.
Or that slim
Shoot, me
look,
too.
that side view.
You know?
I'm
I'm
not.
slim, and then when you see the people in real life, you're like, oh my gosh, I thought they had lost weight.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, I'm like, oh.
Listen,
We all do it.
Let me tell you, ain't nobody perpetrating a fraud more so than us women. Seriously, am I lying? We got our
they
filters.
do.
Us
Joe
women,
and I-
I'm
They
real.
do.
I'm like,
I'm real. You can touch me. I'm real. But yes,
But
I know
it's
what
different.
I don't
But
do
you're not
is I
lying
don't.
about it.
yeah.
But you're not lying about it. You're not fronting that it's your hair. You know, like you're not saying, "Oh, this is my hair." What are you
When did she
talking
say
about?
this
It's
is
not
her
my
my
hair.
hair? Like,
Well, you know, but what I'm
Like I
what-
bought it. What are you
but
talking
like
about?
what I'm saying is, it's like if you're weaving, if you're wigging, you're not the type of person to say, "Oh no, this is my real hair." Like, what are you talking about? You know, and that's the difference. I think
Yeah.
gone are the days where we really put celebrities on this platform and didn't really care what their lifestyle was. Now we want to know, and now with
Yes.
social media and Instagram, you know, we can call it out. It's like you said on Instagram, there's pressure. People want to look cute in their pictures.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you have to filter it until you look like a totally different person.
Right, which is
Which is
what
what a lot of people do.
Or you don't have,
Exactly.
he could have just been in New York and got a video walking down
But
the
child,
street.
what I
about
know
to
is
go,
the public
work.
is harsh. The public is harsh. So
They
I
are.
understand. I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. I understand doing things to project a certain image.
You have a soft
because
spot for 'em.
I think
you
I just
do.
have a soft spot for people in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I do.
Except Phaedra.
Except Phaedra.
She don't like rape charges.
Except Phaedra. But what was
Allegation.
really funny
They
is
raised
now they have this whole incident sparked the hashtag Bow Wow Challenge.
It's so good.
You got to see some of these photos, you guys. We could not leave you without seeing some of these photos.
The
Okay,
internet is
this is
undefeated.
one. Do you see what this one says? This one is they post at the top at the stadium. And at the bottom is what it really is. Like they're in front of a computer,
Yeah.
they got somebody with a light and taking a picture. What's the next one?
Oh,
Okay,
this
the
was my
next one
favorite.
says, with my man, and then she shows you what the real is. She just holding up a pair of pants and she got some shoes.
Don't mess
That
with
is
my
good.
man.
That's my favorite. Look at the Range Rover. Look at what it really is. It's a little
Oh.
miniature car.
Yeah,
The
In
miniature
the
car was the
shower.
best.
That is good.
But you know,
Love
people have been
it.
doing that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like people have been doing that, and they've been called out. You know, like everyday people trying to come up and make a name for
Yes.
themselves, and they've been called out. So if Instagram's going to call out regular old everyday people,
They're definitely calling
they're
out
definitely.
celebrities.
I think people
Yeah.
are when they see a celebrity, they're looking for something to be off because then they can get a little bit of fame for being the one that posted it.
Yeah.
Right. It's a little bit of piggybacking. But you know what? The
Yeah.
thing is, I think at the end of the day, you just got to laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? All this that glitters and the celebrity and the private jets and the cars and the houses, at the end of the day, does that really matter? Does
It
that really
doesn't.
make you who you are?
Honey, a private jet could go down just as well as a
Exactly.
and they do. They
When it's
fall
your
out.
time, it's your time.
Claustrophobic too, man.
And you
Like,
guys, I'm gonna do. I want to do the Halo Award. It's Mother's Day is this Sunday, so we're just saluting moms. So I'll close it out because I do want to pray. I want to put the pray and eat, pray and live.
Put it back in ever since I
Hello,
got here.
hello. We
Ever
got
since
it.
Diva got
It's
here,
your
we got the
fault.
all-star
She
way.
was like, we need to speak it out loud.
And this is the first time we prayed. Hello.
Oh, you act like I don't pray.
No. I'm saying this is the first time we really
Jesus.
just prayed on the show, but I want to
Oh.
pray and cover moms and speak over them.
I guess I'll
So,
take it as a
It's a good
compliment
thing.
for bringing it
you
in.
You have brought
You
it. You
brought
have
the
ushered
spirit
in.
back, honey.
Absolutely.
You brought them
They
back.
said we
So,
need it.
Courtney, what is your takeaway from today's show? And how can the viewers keep up with you?
Viewers can keep up with me everywhere on social media at Stewart Starlet. And my takeaway from today is I am a fraud. I just realized because I'm supposed to be still doing the whole 30 during the week. I done had champagne and I'm about to eat a cupcake, and I'm all right with it.
Hello. I love it. divaD?
Okay, well, you guys can keep up with me on
No,
Instagram.
no
at
music
It's
yet.
divaD.
We're not done. We're not ready for music.
Oh, see, he
We got
even knows
about
he wants
3
to
more
push me
minutes.
off. He wants to push it, like, get Diva out of here before he does something crazy. He's going to start taking his clothes off. You can keep up with me on Instagram and Twitter at It's divaD. And my takeaway today is, be true to yourself. Always be true to yourself
Yeah.
because somebody out there is watching.
Yes.
And Karma, what did I say last time? 2017 is an
Karma,
angry
yes,
black woman.
that's what you
She
said.
will
Will
get
not,
you.
right?
Yes, she
She will
will.
get you. So just stay true to yourself.
Yes.
And regardless of how much makeup, hair, whatever you put on, go outside with none of that on every once in a while so you know
Yeah.
and remember that this is what you actually look like. This is what I actually look like, though.
All right, me too.
So you can keep up with me at Mechelll, all E's, Epps, on everything. My takeaway is if you have fans that you have to front and fake with, they're not real fans because when you fall, are they going to still be there? So, because I like to keep it real, sometimes too real. My mouth does get me in trouble at times, but you know, hey, I'm not with the frauding. I just keep it real. What you see on my Instagram is how I'm living now. You also got to make it interesting now.
Hello.
But whatever I'm doing is what I'm really doing.
I love it. Okay, I really do need the music off because I ain't praying over BHL music. Hello. Okay.
He heard Medea.
So I'm gonna pray. But what the thing is, there's an old saying that says, if you fall for the cheers, you'll fall for the jeers, which means that the same people you allow to build you up, you will give them the power to tear you down. So just be your own person. And can we close our eyes and pray? I wrote my prayer down. I am not perpetrating a fraud. This is my prayer.
Hold hands now.
That I take her. Okay, let's hold
pray.
hands.
I'm trying to see what she's going to
All right,
say.
okay.
I close my eye.
Father, we just pray right now. We pray over mothers because Mother's Day is coming up, and we know that mothers, that's one of the hardest jobs in the world. So we celebrate mothers today. We celebrate bonus moms, real moms, single moms, moms to be. We just really honor and celebrate you. And we ask that God just cover you in with his strength and in his tenacity, and he replenish the virtue that has gone out of you in the name of Jesus. And that while you're on this journey to motherhood, we will make mistakes. We will fall short. And the best thing sometimes we can do for ourselves is to forgive ourselves, is to cover ourselves with the same grace and love that God has imparted to us. So, Father, we just thank you right now for allowing us to be moms, for the honor and the privilege of really raising your children. We do not take that lightly. We say thank you. We ask that you increase our understanding. We ask that you give us supernatural wisdom as we lead these, as we lead our children into adulthood and just basically citizens in the world and kingdom citizens that will give you the glory, that will give you the praise. And I thank you for every mom watching right now. We thank you. We ask that you cover her from the top of her head to the soles of her feet with peace and with joy. And we say thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all for
Amen.
watching. That is our show. God bless. Happy Mother's Day.
Son, you know the first.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.